One of the most confusing moments for many men is when a woman suddenly starts pulling away. Everything seemed fine before. The conversations were easy. She was replying fast. She seemed interested. Sometimes she was even the one starting conversations. And then something changes. Her messages become shorter. She replies slower. Sometimes she disappears for hours, or even days. And the worst part is that you don't understand why. Because nothing obvious happened. There was no argument, no clear conflict, no dramatic moment that explains the change. So naturally, most men start searching for answers. They replay conversations in their mind. They look for mistakes. They wonder if they said something wrong, or if something changed in the way she sees them. And because uncertainty is uncomfortable, many men react in the same way. They start trying harder. They send more messages. They ask if everything is okay. They try to bring the conversation back to how it was before. But very often, this reaction makes the situation worse. Because when a woman starts pulling away, she is paying attention to something very specific. She is observing how you react to distance. Distance is one of the most powerful psychological tests in attraction. Not always intentional, but very real, because distance reveals emotional stability. When everything is going well, it is easy to appear confident. It is easy to appear calm. But when uncertainty appears, that is when true confidence is revealed. And many men unintentionally fail this moment. Because when they feel distance, they immediately try to close it. They try to restore the connection as fast as possible. More messages, more attention, more emotional investment. But attraction does not always respond well to pressure, especially emotional pressure. When someone feels that you are trying to pull them closer, the natural instinct is often to create even more space. And that is why chasing rarely solves the situation. In fact, chasing often confirms something she was already questioning. It confirms that your emotional state depends too much on her behavior, and when that happens, the balance of attraction begins to change. But here is something important that many men misunderstand. A woman pulling away does not always mean she has lost interest. Sometimes it simply means she is observing. She is paying attention to how you handle uncertainty, to how you behave when things are not perfectly smooth. This is why emotionally stable men often pass this moment without even realizing it. Because they don't panic, they don't suddenly change their behavior, they don't feel the need to immediately fix the situation. Instead, they continue living their life normally. Their rhythm doesn't change, their energy doesn't collapse, their focus remains on their own direction. And that calm consistency sends a very powerful signal. It shows that their emotional world does not depend entirely on someone else's attention. And that independence is extremely attractive, because confidence is not built on constant reassurance. Confidence is built on emotional stability. The ability to stay grounded even when the situation becomes uncertain. Think about it this way. If someone pulling away completely destabilizes you, it means your sense of security was already fragile. But if distance appears and you remain calm, you communicate something very different. You communicate that your life is full enough, your focus strong enough, and your identity solid enough. That one person's temporary distance does not shake your entire world, and that kind of energy naturally creates respect. Because distance is temporary, but the way you handle it reveals everything about your confidence. Because attraction grows strongest when two people bring stability to the interaction, not when one person is constantly trying to manage the emotional distance. So the next time a woman suddenly pulls away, remember something simple. Your reaction in that moment matters more than the distance itself.